Mr. and Mrs. Plosker, Grant Putnam here, just sending you over a quote here in a few minutes. Just want to explain what I did. So this area over here is very shady, and along the front of the house is very shady because the sun actually moves like this. You'll notice if you look at a map, it moves like this. You get some morning sunlight in here and very little in here because this big tree, this tree canopy is about right here. Okay, so it's very shady from here to here. So I think we could keep the transplanted boxwoods like they show in here, the existing or transplanted right in these four here. All these plants in here have to be removed and changed. My suggestion here is to use another American boxwood here, American boxwood here, Otto-lichen laurel, which is a smaller type of a laurel that kind of looks like a rhododendron, so it gives you more of that natural leaf coming through here. Okay, then we could continue using boxwood in here so it blends well with the front yard because you want to have some similar plants in the different beds. So when you look from the street, it all kind of blends in together. Okay. I increased the number of Hacanola grass in here because it wasn't enough, so I added more in here. Then I figured we could again use all the hosta in here from all the different beds. In the front, my thought is big boxwood here, big boxwood here. Then either boxwood or hydrangea along the front of the house because again these rhododendron are not going to do well. The boxwood can grow in partial shade. Okay, big boxwood here, big boxwood here. So there's four big boxwood. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hydrangeas or boxwoods or a smaller version of boxwood, so you get a difference in height. Okay. Here you have more boxwood and boxwood. My suggestion is take those boxwood out because that's going to be too boxwood heavy and put in an evergreen ground cover such as Liriope, spicata. That's my suggestion in these two areas. You can leave the glow blue spruce because over here it's actually you're getting sunlight. You can see in the afternoon you're getting sun coming through this direction. So that could stay. Leave this hedge of short boxwood along the front. I think that will look good. This area over here, again, very shady. It gets a little bit more sun on the upper ridge, which is up here. Evergreen trees up here, which is 28 feet long, up through the top. Oak leaf hydrangeas, which bloom all summer, through here. Then a dwarf type of red twig dogwood, which has the red twigs during the winter, blooms white in the spring. It's really pretty, as another mass of plants through here. Then in the front, kind of along the border of the bed, put in a bunch of shade perennials such as the stilby, which is what I suggested, and then use the other type of hydrangea, the limelight hydrangea, coming along this side of the bed because this from here to here is almost 30 feet you're trying to cover. Okay, so that you could use that through that area. Okay, we talked about getting rid of the planting bed here. Going into the back, again, they had transplanted holly. Those aren't going to work, too much shade. So I suggested Pyrrhus, or also known as Andromeda, around here, which grows pretty well in the shade. Get rid of the viburnum back here because we're not trying to cover the trampoline. Put the one transplanted tree hydrangea here in front of the wall, okay, because you're getting partial sunlight in here. Then those transplanted hollies from the front, put those along the wall here. Then transplant the other small boxwood, which are only 15 inches tall, kind of on a curve with this bed. Similar to what this curve is now. You see the curve of the bed. Put those in the front. Then create a new bed. Create a new bed starting here, going like this. So start a new bed that starts here and kind of goes like this. Okay, and that bed's about 10 feet by 10 feet. Put the Kamacypris hinoki in the center of that bed, and then put 3 grasses, 1, 2, 3, kind of on the 3 corners of the beds, and then mix perennials in the center around the hinoki. That would look really pretty. Okay, in the back edge over here, I had 3 upright grasses known as Panicum Northwind. Grow about 2 feet tall, about 4 to 5 feet wide. They don't flop over like the other grasses, and this will form like a nice safety barrier for someone so they don't fall off the wall in the back. These 3 trees, 1, 2, 3, all get pushed back so they're in the same line. And then these trees all get transplanted over. So then one line is on your neighbor's property essentially. And then you would add some more big Thuja green giants on this corner to fill the gap once these get moved over. Okay, and then the overall layout in here actually is not a bad layout. You might decide to do drift roses versus knockout roses in this area, because the knockouts get almost 5 feet by 5 feet. Drift roses only grow about 3 feet by 3 feet, so it might be more appropriate over time. What else? This area over here, we talked about transplanting one of the ilex or the hollies in this area, so you have 3 in a row, and sliding it back, and then you can move the other tree hydrangea which you have in the front over here, so when you look out the window you can see the tree hydrangea out the window as something pretty to look at. So that about goes over everything, but of course if you have any questions, give me a call and I'll send you over this quote right now. Thanks. Bye bye.